noise over the different sounds that the mic picks up, because we all use the same microphone and it's a very good microphone. And we can exhaust ourselves worrying about this noise and that noise. And it's funny because while some people do really mind it, overwhelmingly for the most part, I feel like the majority don't. And when I am watching an ASMR creator, I personally don't mind if I can hear a car or a train or whatnot, because that makes it more real, you know? When it's just like an echo chamber, when it's just isolated and all you can hear is the whisper, that's Tingle City. I just got that from one of my patrons, Nat, hello, if you're watching. We were direct messaging and she mentioned certain triggers are like Tingle City, and I thought that was cute. So it can be Tingle City, right? But sometimes it can feel, I don't want to say fake. See, the universe is like, oh, you're gonna talk about this, we're gonna test you, and 5 minutes into your video we're gonna have the house heating come on. So what I was trying to say is, I don't want to say that a video with no background noise at all and just an isolated whisper is fake, but it's kind of got that energy to it. It's got that overlying feeling of falseness, and in certain instances that is what you are needing. If you're needing sleep or whatever, or you have you have a migraine or something like that that's making your ears really extra sensitive, sometimes those kinds of videos are what you are needing, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But I personally find when I am watching a creator, the sounds of everyday life to be so beautiful, to be able to hear a creaky floorboard or the little pops that a house, like if you have an old house, that an old house makes, to be able to hear a car go by or a train go choo choo choo, like softly in the background. I think it's just so beautiful, and I get a lot of comments from people saying things like, your rambles are my favorite because I feel like I'm on FaceTime with a friend. What better way to make that feel more accurate and more real than to have the little everyday bumps and noises of life does not stop. The world does not stop turning because we want to film an ASMR video. And I'm saying this as a reminder to any ASMR artist that might be watching, and as, you know, as a little glimpse into the feelings of a creator to, you know, you guys that are watching. But I'm also saying this as a big reminder to myself, because I am a very big perfectionist. And I always tell you guys, like, no one is ever as hard on me as I am on myself. I am my biggest critic. So if I film something and it doesn't feel up to par, or if I film something and there's just a lot of background noise, I like rip myself apart over it, and I want to stop doing that. I want to stop doing that. So this is me in this very moment saying, I'm gonna get over that shit. So I'm going to stop over apologizing for background noise. If you hear something from here on out in my videos that either I didn't catch in editing or I felt wasn't loud enough to be edited out, and therefore interrupting, you know, the smoothness of the video with the little jump that it'll create. If you hear something, it's just the sounds of life, and I hope that it doesn't agitate you or hurt your ears or anything of the sort. I hope that it doesn't diminish translucent or a clear phone case that just has like flowers. Maybe I'll insert a picture. By the way, before I get to this next topic, I've been having sometimes in videos where I insert clips or pictures and things, people saying that it's not showing up for them, which I think is so weird because it's showing up in editing for me and everything, and then I always watch my videos back before I make it public to make sure that there's no craziness going on that I missed, and it shows up there as well. So I know that you don't always sit and stare at the screen or stare at your TV and look at the ASMR artist unless it's like a visual heavy, like a specific visual trigger. Most of the time we are, you know, cleaning the house or lying down with our eyes closed trying to get some Z's, some rest, or, you know, walking our dog or whatever it is when we listen. So you're not going to be able to see anything on the screen if you're not looking at it, of course. But if you do sit down and actively watch the ASMR artist, or you periodically glance at the screen and whatnot, whenever I say like I'm gonna insert a picture, could you guys let me know if it pops up for y'all? Because if not, I'm gonna stop going through the process of doing those extra steps in editing. So if like maybe one or two people could be like, hey, yeah, the picture did show up for me when I said I was gonna show you the phone case, I'd really appreciate it, just so I know what you guys are seeing and if it matches with me, you know. No pressure to do that, no pressure to do that, no pressure to watch if you don't usually look at the screen when I'm talking. If you just want to relax, relax, I want that for you because that's what I'm here for. Don't feel like you have to go out of your way to make a comment or try to catch pictures and all that, you know. Just if you're able to see it, I'd like if you could let me know. So, anyway, the topic that I wanted to talk about was swearing. I don't know why the scene from Dear John just popped in my head when, is her name Samantha in the movie? I can't remember, but she's telling John that she has flaws, and he asks, you know, what one of them is, and she says, I curse. Who says curse? Some people probably do, but I always say swear or cuss. I always think that scene is so funny every time I watch it, but good, heater's off. But I received a comment on one of my older videos that was like, me and my daughter love winding down to your videos at night. You know, I just found your channel. So far, I love it. I'm catching up on all your old content. You know, it was a very beautiful video, or a very beautiful comment. And when I first started my channel, I made it a point for like the first year and a half or so to not swear, even though I'm an adult and stuff. And to be quite frank with you guys, I curse. I swear like a sailor. I just do, okay? I always have. I don't know, it's just one of the ways that I express myself. And they did a study. I think Harvard University did a study, and the conclusion of the study was that people that swear are actually more intelligent than those that don't. Look it up. I swear to God, it was a thing. It may have come out in like 2016 or something like that, but it was a thing. And so when I saw that study, it was validating my tendency to just be like, be popping off at the mouth. But when I got that comment, it made me pause, because recently I had been saying to myself, like, I'm not going to overly limit or what's the word? Or censor myself when I make my videos. And so for for a while now. I'll say maybe the last year. Whenever I feel like swearing on the channel, I do. But that comment kind of made me take a pause because it made me so happy, and I was thinking, this woman didn't say how old her daughter is. But if her daughter is really young, which probably I would assume she is, if they're, winding down to bed together, then she's probably putting her baby to bed. I don't want her to get to my updated content and there be swear words sprinkled throughout, and then it ruins the experience, which is probably gonna happen. So I'll probably give her a heads up, and respond to that comment. But from here on out, I want to go back to overly censoring myself, if you will, because that's how I can kind of feel sometimes. But it's for good cause, because I love the idea of a sweet mama or papa putting their baby to bed, their young child, and them having this bonding experience of listening to my ASMR together until they fall asleep. I love that. I think it is so wonderful. It's just so precious and beautiful, and I don't want to have that ruined by my tendency to swear like a sailor. So I am, from here on out, a lot of changes to the channel, like minor ones. No more over apologizing. These should have been my New Year's resolutions. No more over apologizing, and no more swearing. I'm going to try not to swear anymore. I might let one or two things slip. I'm only human, but excuse that phone chime. Of course, I'm gonna edit that out. And then, I might let one or two things slip, and then I lost my train of thought because of that. And then sometimes you just need a good swear word to really hammer it home, to hammer your point across. But for the most part, I'm going to be conscious of the language it is that I am using. For instances like this, where someone is watching with a youngin', a little precious youngin', and I want this to be safe for them, so that's something that I'm going to really have to remind myself when I'm getting ready to sit down and film. Like, okay, remember, Raychel, no swear words in today's video, okay? Unless I'm telling like a neighborhood gossip or something, like I just did on my Patreon. But anyone over there, like on Patreon, you have to be old enough to pay for it. So I'm assuming like 16 and up, because you can have a job at 16 depending on where you are in the world. So I'm assuming it's safe to do it over there. It's not going to be excessive, but I'm not going to censor myself over there. And I'm probably not going to be able to tell neighborhood gossip on YouTube anymore, because my swearing comes out with a bang in those videos. Just because I'm either like verbatim saying something that I heard a neighbor say and they were swearing, or I feel strongly about what happened. And it prompts me to throw a few words that are showcasing my absolute intelligence, my high IQ. I think that's what the study said, that they have a higher IQ, people that swear. Anyway, in my last as I was coloring, well, as I was setting up to color, because I want to do a coloring video, that they sound really tingly. Now these are not those markers, I don't know how to say it. This is a different brand, but they look the exact same. The exact same. I'm trying to unzip it as the other ones. The Ohu markers, I'm just gonna say Ohu, that I got from Amazon, they were like, for like a 40 count, it was like 20 something dollars. But they're great quality, and I love them. These I got from Temu. I don't even know how to pronounce the brand, but I got a 48 count. A 48 count for $9.99 on Temu, which was such a steal. And did I need them? No. But I did notice that they had different shades than the other marker set that I have, and that's why I purchased them. Not very many, just a couple of shades that are different in pigmentation. But I love having a huge variety to choose from. Sometimes it can be overwhelming, but for the most part, I love being able to mix it up. And so when I saw that they had a couple different colors that I didn't have in my other set, I wanted to snatch it up. Plus it was really cheap, so it doesn't matter if some of them are identical, which they are, because I'm not really out of a lot of money. And then they're like backups, right? So if one of them gets broken or dries out and whatnot, I've got a backup. But I just think that kind of rummaging and the clacking of the markers together are so tingly. I think rummaging sounds, whether like someone's, oh, it's my favorite when someone's got like a bag full of makeup and they bring it out and they tap on it for a while and then they start like squeezing it and you can hear the different lip gloss cases and whatever else they've got in there clacking against each other. It's so tingly. It's so tingly. Like I need someone to do an entire video dedicated to like makeup rummaging, because it's so good. And this kind of reminds me of that. It sounds slightly different, but it kind of reminds me of that. So I just kind of wanted to show you. Okay, so this is Vivid Pink. Vivid Pink, Vivid Pink, Vivid Pink, Vivid Pink. And it has a fine point. I don't want to hit the mic. It has a fine point to make it easy to like outline, or if you're drawing from scratch, to get more defined, you know, lines and strokes and things like that. And then they've got a broad, I'm trying to be quiet, okay, I got it in my hand. Then they've got a broad, or like spear like side to them as well, where if you're just simply trying to color in the lines and you're just going, you know, it makes it easier to do strokes, to fill in lines that are already there and that have been established. Do that quickly without having to, like with a colored pencil or a this is brick brown, and it actually kind of, oh, the school bus is outside dropping the kiddos off. It actually kind of looks like a deeper coral, like my hoodie is coral. It doesn't really look brick brown, but I will say I've noticed it's a running theme with all alcohol markers that the tip of them, where they're telling you the name of the color, the number, and then they're showing you what the color is supposed to look like, they can vary dramatically from what it actually looks like on paper. So that's something to keep in mind. It's not just with these Timo ones, it's with the OU ones as well. So, anywho, I'm gonna zip that back up. And we're not gonna spend 90 years talking about markers like we did in the last one. But I did just want to show them to you since I was talking about them. I don't have my other ones, they're downstairs. Man, these past 2 days in my neighborhood have been hectic. They've been so crazy. I don't know what is in the air. I have to sneeze. I don't know what is in the atmosphere, but people have been losing their minds. There's been so much drama going on. So much drama going on, and it's kept me up. It's kept my household up until like 2 a.m. every night because people are outside. Like, it's a lot. And I've already talked about that. So, I'm very happy to report that my nails are not popping off left and right like they were in the last video. Here's the sneeze. summer-like weather. But in my experience, when the season is not giving what it's supposed to, when winter is not giving winter, typically everything that we are expecting to experience, like the negative temperatures and the heavy snows and stuff, it hits at the tail end of winter, and then it ends up bleeding into spring. So for the first couple of weeks of spring, it still feels like winter, and I mean like drastically badly feels like winter, because when winter was here, it wasn't doing its job, it wasn't serving. So that makes me a little nervous, because I'm so ready for us to start going into warm weather consistently, and I just really hope that winter doesn't come in with a bang these last couple of weeks, and then it ends up transitioning over into the new season, because that would suck in my opinion. I know some people out there very much enjoyed the winter, and that's cute. I love that for you, boo. If you like it, I love it for you. But for me, I need to get out of here, okay? I need the cold and the snow and all of the winter-esque things to scurry on out of here. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'm gonna go ahead and go. I hope that this super random, again, unplanned video was tingly and relaxing. I have been really loving and craving gum chewing videos, like actively, intentionally trying every now and then when they think about it, because I don't do it a ton when I'm like really in a topic and talking and rambling. I can forget to chew. But when they think about it, making those slight exaggerated gum chewing sounds, I'm here for it. I want it. Give me all the gum chewing content. Actually, I just found a new ASMR artist. I think her name is Mariana ASMR. I will link her in my description box. She's newer. She's got under 1,000 subs, so go check her out. And if you like her, subscribe to her. I love her content, and she does a lot. I'll say like 85%, maybe even more of her content is gum chewing. I love it. I am here for it, so I will link her in the description box. If you're also on a gum chewing kick and you like rambles, which she does, she's got great content, like a mixture of content. But anyway, if you're in your gum chewing era and looking for more content to binge watch and a new creator, she'll be in my description box. Shout out to Mariana ASMR. She's lovely.